Hello everyone, welcome back to Sketch by Sketch. Today I'm going to be drawing in my sketchbook and we're going to be drawing some 80s dresses sewing patterns. So here's the reference and let's get right into it. I've been really inspired lately by 80s sewing patterns and well really any sewing patterns, not just the 80s, but today that's the theme that I've chosen. Really love just choosing different decades and drawing fashion from that time period. And these sewing patterns are just so fun to just look at and take inspiration from. I think the style they're drawn in is really cool. So this is the first one that we're gonna do. I just love the sleeves on this thing, and her hair color and skin color are just so pretty. So we're gonna pretty much just draw this one exactly like it is, and then on the next one we're gonna have a little bit more fun with it and experiment a little bit more. So pretty much I just start sketching this out in my sketchbook. I'm planning on not doing line art today, so I'm kind of being careful where I place my pencil. I'm using a Crayola colored pencil to sketch, and I'm not going to press too hard so that I can make sure to erase anything I don't want. Here I'm just going to start actually drawing the dress out. I think these sleeves are really cool because they have like a little bow on them and then a few layers of ruffles. Very 80s, super cool, and it's definitely fun to draw the little folds in the fabric. So I'm just trying to really just look at this photo and put everything in just the way that it is, and really take inspiration from how the fabric moves and how it lays and things like that. So it definitely this is a really good way to get better at drawing clothing, just looking at a reference of something that is accurate the way that it is. Now I'm drawing the actual body of the dress. I noticed that most of these dresses from this time period had more of a drop waist, so I definitely took the waistline down a bit farther than I normally would. I usually draw that corset top right at the natural waist, even a little higher sometimes because I'm used to drawing things in that style, but today we're putting more of a drop waist in, and then the skirt is just going to kind of flare out from that. now I'm just adding in the facial features. I think the way that this girl is drawn in this picture is just so beautiful, and the features are just really nice. I really like that style, so I'm trying to capture all of that in what I'm drawing, and trying to kind of just pay attention to where everything is and how it looks on the reference. Now I'm going to start drawing the actual hair, and it's going to be in an updo just like the picture, but it's going to be still pretty puffy up on top. It is 80s hair still, so I'm just kind of putting a lot of volume in it, but pulling it all up and then leaving some little pieces of curly hair down just to make it look elegant and pretty like it is in the picture. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next one that we're going to do. This one right here, more of a side profile, but you can still see the dress. I think it's really pretty and I really like it, but I do want to change a couple things this time. I'm just going to start out by getting the basics down just like it is in the reference, and then we'll start kind of customizing this one. I decided to leave the hair down. I didn't really want to put it up again. I wanted to actually draw some big 80s hair, so I decided to still give her some bangs and kind of that same side profile in the front, but then just add the long layered permed hair down in the back and just kind of make it really fuzzy and layered and curly. Dress follows about the same pattern as far as the bottom and the waistline, but the sleeves are what are so different on this one. It has big, puffy, almost princess sleeves, and it still has that kind of low-waisted corset top, so I think this one's really pretty as well. Alright, now I'm going to start coloring. If you want to know how I color pieces like this without liner, my last video, I did a full tutorial on how I do that. So I'm not really going to be talking much about it today. I'm just going to kind of let it do its thing here and you can watch along. But if you really want to know how I do it exactly, then you can go back and watch that video. I'm just going to start coloring these kind of both at the same time while I have the colors out. Again, this is just a sketch with me, so I'm not really going to be explaining what I'm doing here, just kind of having fun, just coloring these in. And I want the one on the right to have a bit lighter skin tone, so I'm just going to use some different colors there and even leave some white space. Now the one on the left, I want to kind of keep it true to the reference and put more of a tan skin color in, so that's why I'm coloring differently. I wanted to do two different skin tones. And I'm using a brown colored pencil to do the eyebrows and eyeliner, and I did define the nose a little bit with that same pencil. I'm not doing line art today, like I said, so definitely like to use something like a colored pencil to just kind of get a few of those little details in there just so it doesn't look so washed out by the colors. Really love the color of this dress. I think it's really pretty. Once I started swatching for colors for it, I couldn't find the right color in my boohoo markers, but I had the Copic marker in my head. I just knew that that tea rose color would just be perfect, and I think it looks really pretty. And I think the way that I left a bit of white space while I was kind of making the strokes for the bottom of the skirt, it kind of just gave it that more wispy, thin tulle material look, and I think it just looks so light and pretty. hair really dark like the picture, and I am leaving just a bit of space as highlights so that I can fill in with a lighter brown, and it really just looks blended like the photo. And I just added a little bit of blue to touch up on her eyes, just to add a little bit of color. Okay, now I'm finished with that one. I'm going to move on to this one. For some reason, I had in my head a green, more of an emerald green dress and red hair. I'm not sure why. It just kind of, I love those color combinations, red hair with a green dress or top or whatever. I think it looks really good together. So that's what I decided to go for, because the first dress was so muted. I wanted to go really bright because this is 80s inspired. So I went with a bright color here. And this is the one that I am changing up because the reference photo was more of a cream colored dress, and I just didn't want to do something else that desaturated. And here I'm starting to color her hair. I don't color red hair often, so this probably didn't turn out as good as I wanted it to, but I still think it's really pretty. So I started out with more of a terracotta golden color here, and I'm just kind of blocking in where there's going to be curls and things like that, but I'm still leaving just some white blank space just so I can keep building up the colors here. And now I'm just kind of going to layer some actual orange on top of this just to try to give it more of a vibrant color. But I didn't want it to look that orange, so I'm adding a red color, and this kind of just seamlessly blends in and almost looks brown to give the hair more of a strawberry blonde color. Even though it is still like really red, I wanted to tone it back just a little bit. And to just kind of finish that off, I'm going to take a yellow, more of a blonde color, and just blend that into the white space. It just kind of blended that red in, and I think it really made for a really pretty red hair color. It looks so good with the green, I think. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun filming this video. Definitely want to do some more videos like this, so leave me some requests down below what you want to see next. I hope you really enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next art video. Bye!